it's really not a relief, because if all ends now and we keep a gridlocked Strait of Hormuz. I mean, we still have not enough oil. We still have more than 10% of crude not reaching markets, not especially reaching markets in Asia. And you've seen what havoc that has caused in Asia. So I would be very skeptical in terms of what happens if one ends hostilities now, if one cannot find a way of regulating how one ships tankers through Hormuz.
Yeah, I know President Trump is incredibly unpredictable, but with U.S. gas prices now back above that $4 mark, does that put any pressure on the administration to reach a deal quickly with Iran, you think?
Oh, it puts enormous pressure on them, whether they have a deal or not, on them to leave that theater of war, because the midterms are only a few months away, and we have seen that gasoline prices at the pump are very important. Now it's Easter, people want to drive. In the summer is the big driving season, so yes, he has to do something. But it's a bit worrying, and one can only hope that he coordinates very closely with his GCC allies and also with Turkey.
That's a good point on summer. I mean, summer travel is extremely at risk at this point in time. So I guess, Cornelia, looking ahead, if the Strait does not fully reopen, are we simply looking at a world where oil stays above $100 for the foreseeable future?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that will have huge inflationary pressures. It will also, and I think that's very important, it will also have pressure. It will also put a pressure on the physical availability. Let us look at kerosene, jet fuel, which is already not so well available, and is partially refined in GCC, partially a little refined in Europe and in the US, and a lot refined in Asia as it goes to Europe. So yes, travel will be at risk.
And as you mentioned earlier, Cornelia, markets in Asia are really having their worst month since the financial crisis back in 2008. Do you think that's mainly about energy costs, or are we seeing, I guess, deeper concerns about regional stability?
No, I think it's about energy costs. It's about energy costs. And, if you look at it, more than 80% of all the oil and LNG shipped through the Straits of Hormuz goes to Asia. So they are at this point the most vulnerable. But it will ripple through, as I said, for instance, kerosene and some other products which get refined in Asia shipped to Europe. The Europeans are going to feel the scarcity pretty soon, too.